Cancer, welcome to your weekly reading for July 11th to the 17th. Let's get started. For Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. See what messages we have for the week ahead for Cancer. Now, keep in mind, these are general readings and may not resonate for everyone. So just take the messages that do and leave the rest behind. For Cancer, Strength card in reverse. Six of Swords in reverse. Seven of Pentacles. Let me get all your cards out. Justice in reverse. Ooh, you can't see those. Let me move this. And we see the Four of Swords and the Three of Cups flipped over as well. Okay. All right, my friends, let's see what's on the bottom of the deck is the Ace of Cups in reverse. So new beginning here could be delayed slightly because of something going on here. Let's see. Strength card in reverse with the Six of Swords in reverse immediately makes me think that by not letting go of something, you are depleting your confidence and you're creating sort of a dynamic where you've got a lot of self-doubt, okay? That Strength card is Leo, and seeing it in reverse says to me that something is happening that is not serving you right now, okay? It's not serving you to thrive. You're not thriving right now in a dynamic, and it could be because you're blocked by fear, self-doubt, you're sort of not being guided by an inner peace. You're almost being guided by a lack of self-control and impulsivity, right? And I think that's because there's something here that you need to put your mind to rest on. We see the Six of Swords in reverse sitting on top of the Four of Swords. So it's like it's time to bring your mind to rest about something that is creating, it's depleting you. It's depleting you to hang on to this. This Six of Swords in reverse is a very strong resistance to letting something go from the past. You're carrying your baggage, you're resisting getting in this boat, you're sort of hanging on to the shoreline, and it's up to you. I mean, we see the Seven of Pentacles, it couldn't be clearer. You have the choice. Where do you want to invest yourself? Do you want to invest yourself in the past or in the now? It's completely your choice, but as long as you stay connected to this past energy, you will be stuck. You will feel stuck. You will be stuck. And it's the resistance to change that's creating that stuck energy. When we use our will in the opposite way, you know, instead of using our will to help us do things, you're using your will to prevent you to do something. You don't want to let this go. It's like it's just not part of your agenda here. You're not feeling like you can do something about something, right? Like there is nothing for you to do. All you can do is choose whether or not you're going to stay or go. And right now you're choosing to stay. But as you choose to stay, it's sort of delaying this beautiful Ace of Cups. And behind that we see the Magician, which is reminding us that it's up to us. You know, whatever you hold true will be the experience you have. And there's the Eight of Cups, almost begging you to walk away. Walk away. Let this go. Get in the canoe and go to a new shoreline so that you can experience this Ace of Cups. Because right now it's delayed, right? It's almost like you can hear the ferry announcer saying, we've got another delay, folks. You know, and there's someone sort of holding back the boat. And I gotta say, you're doing it with your will. Now, the bottom row here is very intriguing because we've got the Three of Cups with the Four of Swords. So it's almost like put your mind to rest and have a heart-to-heart maybe with some like-minded friends. You know, maybe it's time to get together with your friends, with your people, and be like, you guys, I have to let this go, and I'm not sure how to do it. I'm struggling to let this go. And then perhaps the words of advice you're going to get is put your mind at rest. forgive yourself, forgive the other person, recover, right? Recover from this situation. Don't keep replaying it in your mind. Don't keep thinking, if only I had, or I should have, or if only they had. You know, like, it's done. It's done. What happened happened the way it happened, and I'm thinking it happened exactly how it had to happen, because we see the Justice card in reverse, which tells me someone's got to take accountability for their actions here. And by hanging on to it, you may be preventing someone from being accountable, or perhaps you don't want to be fully accountable. You know, it's going to depend, right? General reading won't always resonate for everyone, but there's definitely some retribution here. There's definitely an imbalance that needs to be righted and brought into balance. But it's not going to be brought into balance by sort of thinking about this situation over and over and over and over again, and almost sort of torturing yourself by doing that. This is going to come into balance when there's forgiveness, right? When there's accountability, right? When there is release of thought on this, when, like, we tend to keep things alive in the present that are long gone from the past, but we keep them alive by thinking about them over and over and over again. And in the meantime, there's this Ace of Cups sitting here in reverse. Can't help but look at it and think, you're denying yourself some beautiful new beginning because you're hanging on to a past that wasn't really full of what you wanted anyway. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't. So it's sort of like, why not invest your time and your energy in loving yourself, in making sure you're not repressing your emotions, and opening yourself up to the possibility of a new love. You know, like, if this, for example, had something to do with a relationship, which is sort of what I'm feeling, may have had to do with a relationship or just an experience that is blocking future relationships. So an experience that taught you not to trust, or an experience that taught you not to be open, you know, it's almost like maybe that wasn't the point of that experience. Perhaps this experience was trying to teach you something else. And by hanging on to it in one narrative only, it's very limited. You know, it's limiting you, it's limiting your opportunities for change, and it's just very, very limiting. You know, it can be very limiting only to look at something from one perspective over and over again. You might be losing faith in the idea that you can even have a new beginning as a result of hanging on to this. Like, you might be sitting there going, what new beginning? What is she talking about? There's no new beginning. This is it. This is not it. Very seldom does one story end up defining a whole lifetime, my friends. So, I mean, this is a very interesting reading in terms of sort of being encouraged to celebrate life again, and to bring stillness to the mind, to have a renewed sense of faith in the self by almost investing all the time you invest in thinking about the past. Invest that same time and energy in loving yourself, right? Imagine what the outcome could be. Let's see here, to close this off for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What is the highest guidance here for Cancer? Life lesson. Yeah, this is a lesson for you and maybe the other person. It says here, you can break free from recurring negative patterns by praying to know the lesson and the blessings they contain. And I'm going to add on top of that, and by letting them go. By letting it go, like by not letting something define you forever. Not one, like, how can one life lesson define your the rest of your days? This is something to sort of be acknowledged. Take the wisdom from this experience and move on and heal, right? Like, bring in that deep emotional healing that says, I'm open, right? That I'm open, and I'm excited about having new connections, right? And being open again. Very interesting, my friends. I'm going to leave it at that. I hope this reading has resonated for you. If it has, please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, sharing. And if you are interested in a personal reading, you can find that information in the description below. As always, I'm sending you so much love and light, my friends. Take care and have a wonderful week.